Hello everyone, welcome to Mechanical Vibration lecture. So in this lecture we are going to see orthogonalization of mode shapes. So in the last lecture we have discussed about the orthogonality of mode shapes. So here we'll take an example of multi-degree of freedom system, which is 3 degree of freedom system M1, M2 and M3, and governing equation for this system is given by M x double dot c x dot plus k x is equal to ft. So here mass matrix, this is damping matrix, this is stiffness matrix, and size of these matrices are dependent on degree of freedom of system. So we can say size of these matrices are dependent on degree of freedoms, and degree of freedom where in this masses are lumped at discrete points. And in this type of system, at the moment when we say mass is lumped at the point from where we can say at the moment when we say mass is lumped at the point from where we measuring the displacement, we expect to get diagonal mass matrix. What does it mean? Like if this is the equilibrium position of mass 1, this is mass 2, and this is the equilibrium position for mass 3, and we say that these masses are lumped at these points, and we measuring the displacement from these point only where the masses are lumped. So in this case we get the diagonal mass matrix, but it's not necessary that we get the diagonal stiffness matrix and diagonal damping matrices. So now the orthogonality of mode shapes we use to get the diagonal matrix from the non-diagonal stiffness and damping and mass matrix if mass matrix is not a diagonal matrix. So in this case we use the orthogonality property of mode shapes. So here if we say phi is the model matrix and each column of model matrix represents mode shape of multi-degree of freedom system. So phi, from last class we discussed that phi is phi 1, phi 2 and phi 3. Here phi 1 is first mode, phi 2 is second mode, and phi 3 is third mode. If we are talking about 3 degree of freedom system, then this is the model matrix, and phi 1 is phi 1 1, phi 2 1 and phi 3 1. So similarly if we put all the modes, this will be a 3 by 3 model matrix. And so we used this x, response of this system, we assumed as x, which is the function of x and t, is phi and Q. So phi is the model matrix, X is the system coordinate, and this Q is a model coordinates which is related to system coordinate. So if we multiply these equation, this is the governing equation of this system. If we multiply, or we can say if we pre-multiply governing equation by phi transpose, or if we talking about the rth mode, if we consider rth mode, then we got the equation phi r transpose, then M matrix X double dot plus phi r transpose C matrix X dot plus phi r transpose K matrix X is equal to phi transpose F T. So here we assumed that the X is function of phi and Q. X is equal to phi and Q. This is the model matrix, this is model coordinate, this is the system coordinate. So if we replace these values in this equation, we'll get phi r transpose M at the place of X double dot, this is phi Q double dot plus phi r transpose C phi Q dot plus phi r transpose K phi Q is equal to phi transpose F. So this is the matrix, this is the governing equation after pre-multiplying this equation by phi transpose of model matrix and replacing the response, which is X is equal to phi Q, will get this equation. So here in this equation, if we are talking about these terms, phi r transpose M phi, phi r transpose C phi, phi r transpose K phi, and phi r transpose F, then as we know that mode shapes phi or model matrix phi is orthogonal to mass, stiffness and damping matrices, will result into diagonal matrices. So we discussed that orthogonality property of model matrix. If we pre-multiply the transpose of model matrix and post multiply by that model matrix to the mass, stiffness or mass, damping and stiffness matrix, will get the diagonal matrix. So here if we talking about the rth mode, then we can write, for example, rth mode will get phi r transpose M phi equals to MRR, because rest all the components are, or non-diagonal components are 0. So this is RR, and here MRR is model mass of rth mode, and phi r transpose C phi r is equal to CRR, and this is the coefficient of viscous damping in rth mode, and from phi r t, this is stiffness matrix K, and phi r is equal to KRR, and this is the modal stiffness of rth mode. So if in general, if we are having the matrices as K11, K12, K13, K21, K22, K23 and K31, K32 and K33, if we are talking about 3 degree of freedom system, and we multiply this, if this is the non-diagonal stiffness matrix, and if we multiply by the phi transpose, phi is the modal matrix and phi, then this will result into the K11 0 0 0 0 0, K22 0 0 0, K33. All the off diagonal components become 0. So this is the property of, this is modal matrix, and this property is known as orthogonality of the mode shapes. So, and the phi r transpose F becomes F R R, and this is the modal force in rth mode. Now, if in this is the set of equations, this is the set of equations where we are having 4 equations. So if we talk about the special property, of the mode shape equation, or we apply the special property of the modal matrices, then in that condition, or here I'll write, if we apply special condition to the set of equations. Set of equations means these 4, and that condition is of mass ortho normal, normalization. So in this case, in the last lecture we discussed, if phi I transpose phi j equals to 0, these are known as, these modes are known as orthogonal modes, orthogonal to each other. And if the magnitude of phi I t and phi I equals to 1, then these are known as normal modes. And if the mode shapes are satisfying these 2 properties simultaneously, then those mode shapes are known as orthonormal modes. So if the mode shapes are orthonormal, then we'll say the phi r transpose mass matrix phi r is equal to identity matrix. This is identity matrix, or we can say we'll get the 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 if we are talking about 3 degree of freedom system. So in this case, if these mode shapes are satisfying this condition, then these are known as mass orthonormal modes. But it's not compulsory that all the time these mode shapes are mass orthonormal. Oh, so in that case, we have to orthonormalize the mode shapes. So now we will discuss how to orthonormalize the mode shapes. So the condition for if we are talking about the particular mode or ith mode, then I'll say the phi I transpose M phi I must be equal to 1. So to get the 1, if we apply this condition, then we'll get the normalized mode shapes. So now we'll take an example and we'll consider how to normalize the mode shape with respect to mass matrix. So from the last lecture, if we take the mode shapes from that particular example, the mode shapes was phi 1, phi 2 and phi 3, something like this. This was first mode, this was second mode, this was third mode, and this was our mass matrix in that particular example. So that example was this one only. In this we consider K1 equals to K2 equals to K3 equals to K, and M1 equals to M2 equals to M3 is equal to M. Then we got these mode shapes. So now we'll consider how to normalize or mass normalize these mode shapes. So for normalization, F phi 1 transpose mass matrix phi 1 must be equal to 1. So this is our first mode. So the transpose of this is phi 1 1, and this is 1.8019 and 2.2470, and this is our mass matrix. We can say mass M 0 1 0 0 0 1, and this is phi 1 1 and 1 0 1 0 8 0 1 9 2.2470. This is a first mode. This must be equal to 1. So if we multiply these mode shapes, so we'll get, first we'll multiply these two, then the resultant of these two will get multiplied with this, and we'll get phi M times phi 1 square, and rest all becomes 0, and this becomes this one, and we'll multiply this, then this becomes 1 square plus 1.8019 square plus 2.2470 square is equal to 1. And if we solve this, then this becomes M phi 1 square is equal to or if we take this as phi 1 1 equals to 0.3280 over under root M. So if we put this value at this place, earlier we just considering this phi 1 1, phi 1 2, phi 1 3 as unit, and these all values are relative values. These are not absolute values. If we consider phi 1 1 equals to 1, then these will give the relative position of all three masses with respect to each other. So if we normalize this, we get phi 1 1 equals to 0.3280 over under root M. Now if we'll put this value at this place, then this mode shape is ortho normalized with respect to mass matrix. So in this case, now similarly, if we can ortho normalize the second mode shapes with respect to mass matrix, and second mode shape is this one, then we can put phi 2 transpose mass matrix, phi 2 is equal to 1, and phi 2 is transpose is phi 1 2, this is 1, 0.4450 and minus 0.8020, and this is mass matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, and this is phi 1 2 and 1, 0.4450 minus 0.8020 equals to 1. So if we solve this, we'll get the value of phi 1 2. So I'll write the phi 1 2 square, and this is 1 square, 0.4450 square plus minus 0.8020 square is equal to 1, and if we solve this, I'll get phi 1 2 equals to 0.7370 over under root m. So now the second mode shape is mass orthonormalized. Similarly, we can go for third mode shape and we'll get phi 3 transpose m, phi 3 is equal to 1. So in this case, we'll get phi 1 3 is equal to 0.5911 over under root m. So this is how we can orthonormalize the mode shapes. So if we orthonormalize the mode shapes, we'll get phi r transpose m, phi r is equal to identity matrix, r equals to 1 to 3, and phi r transpose k, this is stiffness matrix, phi r, this would be a omega r square diagonal matrix, or here r equals to 1 to 3 if we are talking about 3 degree of freedom system, and phi r transpose c stiffness matrix and phi r equals to CRR, obviously diagonal matrix, and this CRR is equal to 2 zeta r omega r. So we'll get the C11, C22, C33. Here zeta r and omega r is the natural frequency of rth mode. If we are talking about third, then this is omega 3, and zeta 3 is the damping ratio in the third mode. So this is how we'll get these matrices. These matrices are only diagonal matrix, and these are orthonormalized with respect to mass matrix. So this is all about the orthonormalization of mode shapes. So summary, we can say mode shapes are orthogonal to each other, and when any matrix, if we pre-multiply with the transpose of model matrix is phi matrix, and post multiply by the model matrix, the off diagonal terms becomes 0, and mass matrix, stiffness matrix and damping matrix becomes diagonal matrix. And most importantly, if the model matrix is mass normalized matrix, then if we pre-multiply with the transpose and post multiply with the model matrix, we'll get phi rt m phi r equals to identity matrix, and this would be 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. And if we apply the phi r transpose k phi r, we'll get this is equal to phi r transpose k phi r is equal to omega 1 square 0 0 0 omega 2 square 0 0 0 omega 3 square. Similarly, in the damping matrix, this would be 2 zeta 1 omega 1, this at this place this would be 2 zeta 2 omega 2, and at this place this would be 2 zeta 3 omega 3. And these matrices are known as modal matrix. This is modal stiffness matrix, this is modal mass matrix, and in the case of damping matrix, this is the modal damping matrix. So this is all about the ortho normalization of mode shapes. Thank you.